What's up, guys? What's up, traders? Welcome to an awesome video. As we are gearing to almost about 1 million subscribers on this YouTube channel, which has become the biggest YouTube channel in Africa in the niche of Forex and in the niche of finance, one concept that has grown exponentially amongst my community members is the concept of instant funding. No matter how I try to dodge this concept, you guys keep bugging me with it. You guys keep bringing it up. And on today's video, I'm going to be debunking everything you need to know about instant funding, how you can be able to trade profitably on instant funding models, or how you can be successful with instant funding. So this video is going to be in collaboration with one of the pro firms, one of the biggest pro firms out there, which is having instant funding known as Funded Next. So we're going to be using the Funded Next instant funding model to be able to show you guys examples on how we're going to be purchasing the account together. We're going to be trading it together, and throughout the video, I'm going to show you guys the tips and tricks and also the secrets on how to trade the instant funding model. So if you are ready for us to get into the video, make sure you smash that subscribe button below and also leave a like on the video if you like videos like this. And before we even go into the video, Funded Next is offering a 25% discount on their instant funding model. This is going to be actually the first time they are offering a 25% discount on their instant funding model. Normally they used to have discount on all their other challenges, but this is the first time they're going to be having it on their instant funding model. So stay to the end of the video, because at the end of the video, I'm going to be giving you guys the 25% discount, which you can use on the instant funding models and start trading today and even get a payout tomorrow. Because with instant funding models, there's what they call on-demand payout. Meaning if you make a profit to a certain percentage, you can request the following day. All right. So you already see how awesome it is if you follow the rule. Now, let's dive into the video. And like I said, we're going to be using Funded Next to do this particular video so that you guys can understand better. So you guys can also see how you can trade the instant funding model with Funded Next. Now, I just purchased a $10,000 prop account or a $10,000 instant funding model, and I use the coupon code which I said I'm going to be giving you guys at the end of the video. So you need to stay to the end of the video. So normally when you go to the checkout and you select the instant funding model, let's just quickly go there so that you guys can see. Let's just go here. You can see the account is already there on my screen. I haven't touched it. The trailing drawdown, I'm going to be explaining all of this and how you can be able to easily not breach the drawdown, even if the drawdown is trailing. I'm going to explain to you guys how you can still be able to maneuver around the rules without breaching the rules. So this is a fresh account, fresh $10,000. The balance, zero trade, zero nothing. I just purchased it a few minutes ago. That's a screenshot. You can actually see it there just a few minutes ago. So if you go to the website on Funded Next, for example, let's just go to fundednext.com. Funded Next. All right, just go on Google. There should be the first page on Google. Funded Next is right there. So go there, make sure you select Forex. So I'm just going to quickly show you guys. Quickly go here and select, let me just close this one. And make sure you are on CFDs. When you're on CFDs, just scroll down to challenge. I already did a detailed review on Funded Next. If you didn't have time to watch that particular detailed video, I made almost about 30 minutes on Funded Next, all their awesome features and all of that. Click the link above to watch that particular video. So let's just go down to challenges. On challenges, we are interested in instant, Stellar Instant. So it's known as Stellar Instant. Click on it. And for me today, you can select 5,000, 10,000 or 20,000. For Funded Next, the max you can get per account for instant funding is $20,000. And they also have a scaling plan, which we'll talk about as we go into the video. So there's a lot we're going to be covering. All right, good. So that is it. When I got here, I selected a $10,000. I selected a $10,000 model, and then once you select it, just go to checkout. Let me just click on it. Okay, that is it. Just click on you agree, and then proceed to checkout. Perfect. There you go. Here on checkout, just click on apply coupon and you put a coupon code I'm going to be giving you guys at the end of the screen, and this price is going to be dropped by 25%. So I did the same thing. This price was dropped by 25%. I only paid $2.99. So you can see on the screenshot, that is it. I only paid $2.99 and the account was delivered to me just a few minutes ago. So now, once the account is delivered to you, you just need to log into the account. So you just come here, go on your credentials. The credentials will also be emailed to you. It's immediate. It's immediate. If you are already trading with FundingNext and you've already done your KYC, then they'll just send you an email to confirm that your KYC is already checked, everything is good. But if it's your first time trading with FundingNext, or if it's your first time doing KYC with them, or in short, if you haven't done KYC with them, then obviously, remember, you are just trading directly on the funded challenge. You are trading directly on the funded account. So you will be required to do KYC. You'll be required to do KYC yourself. KYC just stands for knowing your client, which is a step prop firms and other institutions use to make sure you're not doing money laundering or you're not a scammer. All right. So if it's your first time trading with instant funding or you haven't KYC yourself, then they'll just send you the instructions to sign the contract, send your proof of address and all of that, just so you can start trading on that instant funding. So since I've already been trading, I've been trading with FundingNext for more than 3 years. Immediately I purchased the instant funding account, I just only got emails confirming that I have already verified or my agreement has already been signed and everything is good. All right. So if it's your first time trading instant funding, like I said, don't worry, just follow the steps or the email they'll send to you to do your KYC and the account will be delivered to you. Once the account is delivered to you, you're going to have a screen that looks exactly like mine, where you'll be able to see your metrics, your dashboard shows your metric, the balance, the profit, and everything. Then you use the login credentials, which have been emailed to you, to log into their account. When you log into the account, voila, this is it right here. That's the same account number up there. If we go here on terminal, that's the same balance, $10,000. And this is funded, meaning you can see right up here, saver hedge. FundingNext saver, you don't see any demo there, nothing. It's a funded account. It's a live account, all right? So that is it. I just wanted you guys to also see the terminal right down here. So let's just close this. And now, one major rule you guys need to understand. You say, no, Godlove, I thought they said they have a trailing drawdown. How can I succeed when they have it? No, don't worry. I'm going to show you guys how you can succeed, how you can still be able to get a payout from FundingNext instant model, even though they have a trailing drawdown. Trailing drawdown is not a death sentence, all right? So, for me to easily explain that trailing drawdown, let's have a couple of trades up and running, and then I want the results from that particular trade. The results should either be good or bad. I don't care. The results should either be good or bad so that we can be able to use it to explain the trailing drawdown. So let's just quickly do analysis, take 2 or 3 trades, and then give a couple of hours, and then we're going to come back, see the results, and that's going to help us to better explain trailing drawdown. So let's just quickly do analysis. We just need to check one couple of pairs. I'm just going to be very fast on doing the analysis. Just looking at Great Britain Pound USD, I can't see an opportunity here. Looking at USD, looking at USD JPY, I'm beginning to see an opportunity here. If I can drop 1023, that's 1020. Let's go. I'm just looking for a quick opportunity we can take. Okay, I'm seeing like a downtrend on USD JPY. Nothing much to worry about for now. Let's just quickly check other pairs. Okay, nothing on USD JPY. Remember, when you've done this for years, just looking at the chart, you already know what you're looking for, right? Gold, this was supposed to be our entry right here. This would have been around the 38% FIPS level. So we've missed the move. We're going to wait for another move on gold. Let's go. Great Britain Pound AUD. I'm seeing like a good opportunity here on Great Britain Pound AUD. Let's drop 1023 again. Reduce this and then push to the right. Okay, no, it's inside crossing. It's inside crossing. So this cross was confirmed right here. We've confirmed a cross on Great Britain Pound AUD. All right. So that's a cross on AUD, Great Britain Pound AUD. You can go to 0.5 We're going to be using 0.5 lot size on this trade, and we're going to be buying, right? So that is it. We're going to be buying this one. That's it. Trade is already placed. Let's go on our terminal and quickly put our lot size and take profit, right? Let's go to modify. Stop loss. I want to risk about 15 pips on this one. And take profit, I just want to go for 30 pips. That's it. That's it. 1 hour, 15 pips is too small. So I want to increase it a little bit. Let me risk. My stop loss should reasonably be there. And my take profit should reasonably be there. All right. So that is it. That is it. If I can just drag this, see, we're going to be risking, yeah, $100. Yeah, perfect. We're going to be risking $100 to go for $200. $200. Just dragging it, you can see the figures by the left of your screen. So that's one quick way to easily manage your risks. So that is that on Great Britain Pound or AUD. Let's quickly go to, let's see if we can get another opportunity on another pair. Okay, let's see which other pair we can check another opportunity. Seeing a similar setup here on Great Britain Pound JPY. Let's check to see. Let's see what's going on the lower time frame. I just want us to take 1 or 2 trades. Okay, I'm seeing the same thing here. We're also going to be buying 0.5 Great Britain Pound JPY as well. So that is that. Let's quickly modify our trade. This one, the pip value is a little bit high, so we're going to be risking about. All right, so we just placed our trade on Great Britain Pound JPY. Let's see if we have another opportunity. I'm just going to quickly close the terminal so that we can be able to see the trades right down here. USD card, 1 hour time frame. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Okay, I can see what's happening here. Let's drop this to 1023. Then we're going to just push this one a little bit. Okay. So let's just leave that one to be on its own. AD USD. Let's go to 1 hour to see what's happening. 1 hour is choppy. We're going to leave it to be on its own. Let's check CAD JPY. CAD JPY. Although I already have a position on JPY, but let's see what's happening. Okay, it's a buy on CAD JPY. It's a buy on CAD JPY. So I can already see it's a buy on CAD JPY on the 1 hour time frame. All right, if you have to drop this, although this choppiness is what I don't like, but if you have to drop this to 1023, drop this, and then you should be able to see that very, very clearly. The cross hasn't happened, so it's giving us this, this trend. If it was on trading view, you see this upper trend right here. So we're going to be taking again. We're going to take 0.6 on CAD JPY. So that is it. Those are going to be the 3 trades we're going to be taking. We are already in profit of almost about $10. But yes, those are the 3 trades we're going to be taking. Let's quickly go to modify. And then we put the stop loss. We're going to be risking 20 pips on this one. Or 15 pips is good. 15 pips on this one. Remember, 15 pips is 100, is the same as 150 points to go for 30 pips, which is 300 points. Voila, there you go. There you go. So that is it for CAD JPY. So we have Great Britain Pound AD, CAD JPY, and Great Britain Pound JPY up and running. We're in profit already. We're going to come back after about an hour, and then the results we're going to get, positive or negative, are going to help us to better explain trailing drawdown.
A few moments later.
What's up, guys? So it's been a couple of hours, and this is where we are standing on our first few trades. Remember, we took a total of 3 trades. One was with Great Britain Pound JPY, which I added against 0.1 lot size. One was with CAD JPY, and then one was with Great Britain Pound AUD. All right, so this is where we're standing right now. And if you can see on my screen, we lost our first trade of Great Britain Pound AUD, so we lost $111. If you guys can remember, we lost $111 on that particular one. But yet we've already gotten back to break even, and we are standing back on 10,000 and almost about $20. All right. If the same thing, let me just go on my computer so that you guys can see the same thing. We are still very good on CAD-JPY. CAD-JPY, we're still very good. You can see our TP is right up there. We're targeting 100, almost $150 on that one. And then Great Britain Pound JPY, we're still also very good. We almost hit our TP. We're targeting about $150 as well. So let's go. Let's see how it goes on that one. But the most important thing is I want you guys to look at my screen. Let me show you guys something on my screen. If you can just quickly look on my screen, these are the same trades. Remember, we already have a loss of $123. So I'm going to be using this. I wanted it to be either a loss or a win so that it will help us to be able to explain the trailing drawdown. So I'm going to use this loss we have of $123 to explain the meaning of trailing drawdown to you guys. Before I even use this loss to explain, let's just see what FundingNext has to say about trailing drawdown. So trailing loss limit, how it works. Let's break it down with an example. An account size of $10,000, which is the same one I'm having. Initial trailing drawdown is 6%, which is $600. It means if your equity drops below $9,400, your account will be breached. Meaning if you lost 6% of $10,000, your account will be breached. Now, let's just say trade by trade. Let's analyze trade by trade. If your first trade is a profit, $200, then what is your balance? Your balance will be $10,200. So what they do is they subtract your trailing drawdown amount from your total balance at that particular point in time, and the current balance becomes your current trailing drawdown amount. Stay with me, stay with me. This is not a death sentence. There's a way you can go around this, and it's very, very easy once you already understand. People become deformed when they are not informed. Once you already know how it works, you can easily navigate around. Now, your current trading drawdown loss limit is now at $96,000 instead of $94,000. Okay, second trade, let's say you lost $100. Your new balance now will be what? $101,000 since it was currently on $102,000. But remember, if you have to subtract your maximum loss amount from that balance, it is $9,500, which is lesser than the current $9,600. So at this point in time, your current drawdown, your drawdown limit will still stay on $9,600. So it stays at that particular point in time until you breach it, or if you make more profit and then it increases and goes up. It's as easy as that, right? But there's a point in which it stands. There's a point in which it stops there and it doesn't trail anymore. And this is the point right here, all right? This is the point right here. So let's just say your next trade, you make $400. Your new balance will be $10,500. If you subtract $600 from $10,500, you'll be having $9,900. Now, that becomes your current trailing drawdown. If on your next trade again, let's just say, I'm not even going to use this for example. Let's say on your next trade now, you lost, let's say, $500 or you lost $300. What was your current balance? Your current balance was $105,000. $10,500. If you subtract $300 from $10,500, you'll be having $10,200. If you subtract this now, your drawdown, maximum drawdown limit from that $10,200. $10,200 minus $600 is what? Is $9,600. It's $9,600. $9,600 is lesser than $9,900. So at that point in time, your daily drawdown or your max trailing drawdown will still stay on $9,900. Now, let's see for the next trade, you make $600. Your new balance now is $11,100. If you subtract $600 from $11,100, you have $10,500. Boom, you've already passed the trailing drawdown mark. You've already passed your initial balance. Anytime you pass your initial balance, your drawdown, your trailing drawdown stops at that point in time and it doesn't trail anymore. Can you see that? Anytime you get to the original starting balance, your trailing drawdown stops at that point in time and it doesn't trail anymore. So I hope it makes some sense. All right. So at this point in time, since the great $10,500 is greater than your current trailing amount, which was $9,900, maximum lot limit raises and stops at $10,000. Because the maximum loss limit range will not go over your account initial balance, so your maximum loss limit is now $10,000. So it stays at that point in time. Even if you are making more profit or losing more money, it just stays there. The problem is don't lose below. Your equity shouldn't drop below $10,000. That is it. All right. Your equity shouldn't drop below $10,000 at that point in time. So that is good. That is good. For example, today, let's go back to our first trade for today. We already lost $123. So if you have to subtract, so today on our trade, we've already lost $123. Now, what's the current balance at this point? If we subtract $123 from $10,000, we're going to be having almost about 900. We're going to be having 9,876. If you subtract 600 from this 9,876, the amount is going to be lesser than $9,400. So in that case, our trailing drawdown is going to stay on $9,400. Don't lose more than $9,400. Now let's check our equity to see where our trades are standing, and we might even close the trade just so you guys will be able to see what is actually happening. So let me just put my recording on, and then let's go on the trades to see what is actually happening. Now we actually have our equity floating on $160 or $161, right? If we have to close all these trades, we're going to be making a profit of almost about $41. So now our balance is going to be on $10,041. If we subtract $600 from $10,044 or $10,040, it's going to be almost about $9,444. So at that point in time, our trailing drawdown is going to increase to $9,444 instead of $9,400. All right, instead of $9,400. So it's going to keep increasing that way until I get to my initial balance, and then the trailing drawdown is going to stop at that point in time. So you see, it's not a death sentence so long as you're a consistently profitable trader and you're not over leveraging and you don't have a problem on sticking to a strategy which is consistent or which has proper risk management. You won't have a problem. You end up getting a payout on this particular challenge. Another good thing with further next instant challenge is they don't have a consistency rule, meaning there's no consistency rule. If you make your profit, you are qualified to withdraw the entire profit. Not that it was a 30% consistency rule and all of that. Then there's something by the side of my screen which I need to explain to you guys. You can see minimum one payout for tier 1 or for tier upgradations, so I haven't gotten. So this is, the program still on tier 1, so they have different tiers when you go from tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. I'm going to explain that. So for me to go to tier 2, I need to have one minimum payout. I need to make at least 10% on this tier 1. I need to, and then the profit share originally on this tier is 60%. So my goal is to get to tier 3 where I can start getting, 80% on my payout. The starting balance is $10,000. So to understand more when it comes to tier systems, you can see here tier 1, you earn 60% performance reward. Tier 2, once you already made, 10% on tier 1, you qualify to go to tier 2, you earn 70%. Once you make 10% on tier 1, on tier 2, you qualify to go to tier 3, and you earn 80%. Now, payout is also on demand, which is something I wanted to also point out, and they have a scaling plan, which is very, very important. Anytime you make 10% of your account in a particular tier, they scale you by 10%. They increase your account balance by 10%. So anytime you make, you can see your account actually increasing from 10,000 to 11,000 to maybe 12,000. The more profit you make, they can actually scale you up on instant funding. So that's it. That's interesting. We would have closed this trade, but since we had risk management in place, let's leave it to continue running. It's either going to go hit our take profit or TP, our take profit or stop loss. But yes, there's proper risk management in place. So even if we have a 60 or even a 30% win rate, we're going to at most or at least we're going to be on break even on this trade. So you see, if I make by just $100 today and I want to request a payout, I can still be able to request a payout. But yes, on demand payout, you need to make at least 5% on your account for on demand. Meaning if I make 5% or $500 on this account today, I can just request a payout immediately because I've already made more than 5% of the account. But if you don't make more than 5% on the account, then you respect the bi-weekly system. So anytime you're able to make a 5%, you can request a payout. But if you don't make up to 5%, then you can respect the bi-weekly. Bi-weekly meaning after every 2 weeks, you can request any profit you have on this account. But it must be at most 1%. All right, meaning you can't just have $1 and go and request. You must make at least 1% on the account. 1% on $10,000 is at least $100. So that is it. That is it, guys. I'm going to keep you guys posted right up to payout on this instant funding. You guys are still going to see, just as you guys have seen all my payout from my other challenges with Funded Next. So I've personally analyzed it and I see that yes, if you follow these steps, follow this advice, you won't have any problem. You actually go from the live account or from the funded account to the payout stage at the end of the day. Now, I promise you guys a surprise at the end of the video, which was a 25% coupon code. So use the coupon code on your screen, instant25, and you get a whooping 25% off at checkout with the instant model with Funded Next. They've not given this discount in a while. All right, they haven't given discounts on, I think, forever. I haven't seen any discount on the instant funded models with Funded Next. So you need to take advantage of this. Use the coupon code instant25 at checkout, and you use the link. Check the links on the video description. At checkout, use the coupon code instant25, and you get a whooping 25% off on your challenge. Remember, this is only valid for 48 hours, meaning if you're watching this video after 48 hours, the coupon code for the instant funding is not going to be available anymore, and then you have to check my other coupons, Godlove Pro, so that you can get 150% reward bonus when you are requesting your payout. Let me know if you have any question concerning the instant model for the instant funding model for Funded Next. Is actually called the Stellar Instant. Let me know if you have any question about that on the comment section, and I promise I'll answer all the questions on the comment section. Join my free Telegram community. The link is on the video description, and if you want me to mentor you one-on-one, check out Godlove University, which is my institution where I'll take you A to Z on how to actually profit from both challenges, instant funding, or even trading on your private account. If you didn't watch the first video I made showing a review or a full review on Funded Next, click this link to watch that particular video. Check out this playlist, which is a playlist I've prepared to be able to guide you from step one to step one to payout when it comes to prop firm. Click here to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and I'll see you guys on these other videos.